but that's too close. I don't really know where to put this. The lighting in here is egregious. I think I'm just gonna have to hold it. Let's just do handheld. Alright. Hey. I don't know if I'm gonna post this. I have like 43 followers on this, maybe even less, on this page. I've had this page since I was a kid. I used to upload YouTube videos back in the day. They were quite funny, like skits and stuff. But then I deleted everything because I was kind of embarrassed about it when I decided to seriously take acting seriously. I wish I didn't do that. Doesn't matter. That being said, I'm in LA now. I've been in LA for about 7 years. I moved here 2017, I'm gonna say, after my father passed. Yeah. And I'm trying to dive into my art more. And I'm trying to really focus on like what I want to do with my career and really hone in on my craft when it comes to writing, acting and all that. And with the way the film industry is now, you really have to kind of take the lead and hope someone like you know, wants to support you. That being said, I'm uploading this video just to kind of like document my process. I was inspired by, well, it was something I wanted to do, and I didn't think, something I was thinking about doing, and I was like, I don't know if people care to see the process. But then I saw Doechii. She was kind of documenting almost like every day or so what she was kind of doing with her art and her music, and I was like, I should do that. I think it'll keep me accountable. So I think that's what we're doing. This one's just gonna be like, I don't know the format of how we're gonna do this. I need a tripod because I'm holding this in my hand. I hope it isn't too shaky, but you know, we're gonna just make it real. But yeah, so this would be the first documentation. I don't want it to be too long. Basically, I have a mini series I wrote that I'm working with a friend to get started. Hopefully within a month, it will be filmed and edited and uploaded, and you can watch it. I'm not gonna tell you what it's called because I'm still working on the title, but it's cute. It'd be something to, you know, work on my way to getting an Oscar. Today I'm kind of like chilling at the house. I opened up my laptop to do something, and I was like, oh, I should read this book I have. I have this book called The Creative Act. Can you see? Sorry, I have an M&M in my mouth. The Creative Act, A Way of Being by Rick Rubin. Everyone was raving about this fucking book. And I don't really do self-help books. I got my damn self, but I was like, maybe I should get it. And I got it. And I was like, I should read some of it today. I'm gonna read a little bit of it and see what it invokes in me. Because I feel like since moving out of Wilmington, life got real. Especially after my father dying, it got like so real. And the wonder of like life kind of like left me, which is kind of crazy and deep to say, but that's just true. Like when I moved to LA, like I hit the ground running, working and like all that stuff. I even had to like leave, and I came back, thank God, because not a lot of people come back. And I'm trying to get back in that artist space I used to be. I felt so more creative in Wilmington. I mean, I'm still creative, but like back then, it poured out of me. It poured out of me like fucking like water out of a fountain. And now it's dribbling. I'm trying to get the fountain going again. That was a very bad analogy. Anyway, I'm gonna read the intro to this book. I live by a highway. Okay, thank you. And I've always liked Rick Rubin. He seems like a wacky guy who is just artsy and like trusts his instinct. And I feel like when you trust your instinct as an artist and you don't backtrack on what you think or what you feel is like cool or right, people like trust that. And I'm hoping this book is like, I trust in what I do for sure. I think one thing I gotta do is show people why they should trust what I trust. I think about like when I'm out in LA and like people don't like know what I do. Like I have friends who love and support me, but I don't think they know what they're supporting. Not all of them, some of them, but and they're kind of like, wait, what? Like I feel like someone's like, what does Marquise do? They're like, oh, you know what I mean? I think only a few people are like, oh, he's an actor, da 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 da. Anyway, yeah. So I'm hoping this book unleashes something in me where it's like, you know, when I express my artistic opinion or thoughts, or I put something out there, the trust is so undeniable pouring out of me, people are like, oh, you know. So I'm gonna read this. Nothing in this book is known to be true. It's a reflection of what I've noticed, not facts so much as thoughts. Love that. Some ideas may resonate, others may not. A few may awaken an inner knowing you forgot you had. Use what's helpful, let go of the rest. Each of these moments is an invitation to further inquire, looking deeper, zooming out, or in, opening possibilities for a new way of being. And I love that. So I'm going to read some of it, and we're going to see what happens. And this is just going to be, I don't know how to, I don't really know how to like take the book. I don't think it's not like really like instructions. I would say I have a friend who, this is as far as we're going to get out. I have a friend who read it, and he kind of said bye, have a good day. My roommate's going to work. I have a friend who read it. He kind of said he was like plopping around. I think I'm just going to read it beginning to end. I think it'd be easier that way. And that's The Train. The first one's called Everyone is a Creator, which honestly I do love. I love that. I love that everyone is a creator. We gotta learn how to use this $1,000 camera our mom bought us. That's what we gotta do, huh? So I'm gonna read some of it, and maybe I'll come back and talk about it. Okay, so after reading the first chapter, passage, whatever you wanna call it, he's basically talking about how we are all creatives, which I think is beautiful. I think about that all the time. Like, everyone is an artist in some way. He's talking about how, like, how did he word it? Wait, freak a duck, I lost it. Basically saying, he's like, some people think being an artist or being creative, like, you have to go to school or whatever, or have some ability. He's like, no, like, we all have it. Which is true, because like there's billions of people in the world, and if only a few of us had creativity from school, like the world would look really crazy. He was like, whether it's like, you know, finding a new way to like avoid traffic, like being creative in that way, or, you know, solving a problem, like, you know, it's all about like tuning in and all that, which I do love. I love that very much. I kind of have the same thought where I'm like, everyone like has artistic ability, and like I basically have felt the same thing, because I think about like, I look at everyday things, you know, like like my laptop case, like someone designed this laptop case. They designed what shape it was going to be, even if it's based off of laptops that are being sold, and like how the corners would be, the inside, what kind of fabric, the stitching, like they designed all that, like even to how like the handle is, you know, and how like when you hold the handle, it stretches and it retracts, like things like that, just creative things like that. Or how someone designed, you know, the fucking stop sign outside, or the screws that go into like bridges. Like, people are creative and artists. That in itself is art. And how art is all around us. I usually have those thoughts whenever people kind of like downplay art or act like art isn't important. I'm like, everything we have is because of art. Like when you really think about it, like my bed, like this bed is from IKEA, but someone like designed it and like intentionally, you know, to look good and feel good and be in the home and all that stuff. So I really like that he's talking about that. You know, and one thing he said that I love, he's like, whether you make your art and people see it or not, like it doesn't matter. Like you made the art and you create it, and like that's valid. And I love that because I have this thing where like I love to create some things and I'm like, I don't want people to see everything I do. Not necessarily because it's like bad or I don't think it's good enough. It's like sometimes it's like just for me. Sometimes it's just the exercise of like doing the art. Sometimes I'm like, oh, let me write a poem today because I feel like it, you know, which I don't always get the result I want, but at least, you know, I try, you know. So I love that he's, you know, getting into that. I'm gonna read the table of well, it's kind of long, but the first few is, you know, one is everyone is a creator, tuning in, the source of creativity, awareness, the vessel, and the filter, which he was talking about filtering out, I guess, like ideas and with your art and whatever. That's just a guess. The unseen, looking for clues, practice. Yeah. So, and there's way more than that. I don't know if you can see it. So there's a lot in this book. And what's great is in the back, he has a note section, which I might use. I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna write in this book. I'm really worried about writing books. I was thinking about highlighting things I liked. I don't know if there's anything in the first passage I'm gonna highlight. I might go through it again, but I'm gonna keep reading some. I think I'm just gonna like, I don't know. I don't know. I think I'm just gonna go through maybe the first section, because it seems to just be kind of laying the groundwork of like just getting your mind and, you know, like mentality. I think one thing I want to get from this book, or would like to learn, or I don't want to say get, because I feel like I got it. I just think I want to refine when it comes to my art. Is one thing I'm having a lot of trouble with nowadays is like the fucking energy to do anything. Like, oh my god, COVID really like fucked me up. And this, I can't use that excuse for so long. It's been like years, but COVID was like, it was like that first part of COVID was like kind of the simmer down, like the relaxing of the everyday, like working all the time, working. I used to work at the store called Superdry, and they worked me like a literal dog. And I was living in downtown in this horrible apartment with Brisa, and we had these horrible roommates, and they were horrible and dirty and it's horrible, and it was so exhausting. And then we moved out of there, and then the pandemic hit, and I feel like I was resting, and I was like, okay, I'm kind of done resting. Then we moved all together, and that was great. And then we were getting unemployment. We had money, that was great. And I bought a laptop, and I rebought this camera during COVID, and I was like, I'm gonna start making stuff and vlogging. I was gonna vlog during the pandemic. I uploaded one vlog, it was horrible. You know, mind you, I didn't have a good laptop back then, and I didn't have Wi-Fi at the house. We weren't paying for Wi-Fi. I only had it on my phone. So I am one of those people who like to work on a laptop personally. But yeah, and then when we moved here, I was just kind of like, I feel like I again tried to vlog, and the energy wasn't there. I was just so tired from what was going on with the government and all that stuff. I don't have that excuse anymore. Like, I have to get it together. Like, the Oscars are in a few weeks, and I'm not nominated. Like, what's going on? You know what I mean? So I'm just really kicking myself in the ass. I'd love if everyone could just like drive normally. Rude. I just want for me, and I was telling my friend Caleb this, who I feel like is going to be a partner of crime with me when it comes to film. We were drinking one night and we were just talking, and I was like, I just want to be immersed in film. Like, everything, I want to like wake up, be like, okay, I gotta edit that pilot, I gotta go set, I'm trying to get a job at a studio. Like, I just want to be in the mix, you know? So while I'm auditioning, whether I get a part or not, I know I'm working on my stuff and I'm making real connections and doing what I can on the back end. You know, it's kind of like double dipping. It's like I'm auditioning and I'm also like doing stuff on the back end. So like maybe I don't get a part, maybe I don't get in Euphoria, which I did audition for recently. Maybe I don't get on Euphoria, but because I'm working with these people and writing so much and practicing and getting in rooms, maybe someone's like, hey, you know, if you ever have a script to pitch, I can like help you with that. Maybe I could write a pilot and pitch it. And maybe they don't pick it up, but maybe they like it and be like, there's something there. How about you join this writing room? And then I write with them. You know what, you get what I'm saying? So that's what I'm trying to do. I just want to get immersed in what I'm doing. So I can just feel like I'm really doing everything I can, because I'm gonna be honest, I'm not right now. And it sucks to know you're not doing a lot for yourself. It's one thing being like blithe to it and you just think the little things you're doing. But it sucks when you're aware and you're like, I could be doing more. I should be doing more. And I'm just trying to take ownership. And so, oh, that's my train of thought. Oh, that's what I hope this book just helps light a fire under my ass. I will say, ever since going to Sundance, I went to Sundance this year, on a whim with Brisa. I was like, let's just go. And we figured it out. And luckily we went. I went with basically $5 in my pocket. Almost bankrupted Brisa because we didn't realize we needed to get a rental car, because we didn't realize Park City was on a mountain. I didn't do any research. Sorry, I'm a hop off the plane at LAX kind of person. That's literally how I got here. I thought. First of all, I've never been to Salt Lake City. Never been to Utah. I don't know the layout. I don't know the land. I knew it was in the mountains, but I thought all of Sundance was in Salt Lake City, like a downtown. I thought we would hop off the plane, get an Uber to our Airbnb, and our Airbnb would be like a short 15-minute ride from downtown where all of Sundance was happening. No, it's a 2-week festival. Knew that. First week's in Park City, literally on a mountain. Literally, like the locals were skiing and stuff, and we had to get a car, and it worked out. It was great. No regrets on both ends. It was a good time, and now I'm excited for it. I'm gonna start saving to go next year. I'm trying to hit both weekends and actually have a ticket. But we went to some panels, which was fun. But after going, it lit a fire in me, because that spontaneity of like, let's just go, like it worked out. And I'm like, if I can bring that to my life and into my work and what I do, like it's just gonna be like amazing. So I'm just trying to keep grinding this year. One thing I will say I'm good about when it comes to that, when I am trying to like get my ducks back in a row, I usually like to tell people what I'm doing, because I don't like people in my business. But when I'm trying to get my stuff in a row, I will tell a lot of people, because they'll ask me about it. They're like, how's that? Weren't you? Didn't you? You told me. And one thing I don't want to be is the girl who's getting asked, oh, what happened to that movie you wrote 2 years ago? Where is it? I don't want to be that person whatsoever. That's embarrassing. Like, did you finish it? You said you were filming. Like, I hate that so much. So when I tell people things, they're also holding me accountable. And I'm holding myself accountable by telling my business. So, yeah. Anyway, we're going to keep trucking. And I'm going to read a good... I have a birthday tonight. It's only 4. I have a birthday to go to tonight. So, I think I'm going to read some of this book. And I'm going to upload this video maybe tonight. And we'll see what's poppin'. So... if you care to see how my life unfolds, like and subscribe and comment and share. I think my socials are in my bio. They're not in my bio. The only thing my bio says is future Oscar winner, which is true. Okay, I'm gonna.